there's a new Windows AI feature that records everything you've ever done on your PC.
The FBI isn't already doing that?
Well, yeah. I mean, I think somebody on Twitter wrote like, "Hey, if they're releasing this to the public, that means it's been in the private sector
Oh,
for
yeah.
years," kind of thing.
They've been doing it.
Yeah, essentially, it takes like a screen grab constantly and
Oh.
records your Zoom calls, your whatever videos you fellas might be watching, whatever conversations you have. It's all stored locally on your on your computer. Now they're saying, "Oh, well, I mean, it's encrypted, Melonie. I mean, obviously, what are you crazy? You know, nothing's gonna go wrong here." And you know, obviously, the comments are all people like, "Dude, what problem does this solve exactly?"
I
Like,
know who
what?
wants this. I think that the people who are gonna want this the most are gonna be, like, girlfriends and wives.
Yes, yes, yeah. It's
In which
basically like
case, I
advanced
think
keylogger. Yeah.
just don't be with somebody that you even have to go that far. That's my take on it, is I would rather be single than be with somebody where I feel like I have to go this far and watch every little thing he does, every little person he talks to, every this, that. Dude.
No way to live. Yeah.
No.
The I think that, like, if you go back, like, Microsoft, ever since basically, I think the Xbox 360 has always been trying to force some level of, like, weird surveillance. Now, obviously, it's advertised as a nicety that you can
Mhm.
turn on at your convenience, but I think we all know by at some point, it will just be installed and it will be on by default. Like, only people that
Right.
know it exists, um,
That's
will
true, it probably will. It'd be
yeah.
funny if Cortana was linked to, like, another account on there, had, like, a phone number for, like, the girlfriend or the wife, be like,
Yeah, it's like
"Well,
almost
hey, Stacy, guess what? Your man's texting his ex, or your man's
right.
messaging his ex on Facebook."
Yeah, here's he's having a spicy Skype with, this other girl. Here's the video of it. You know, don't do anything I wouldn't do. The whole thing, yeah, if I remember right, yeah, chat, Ben, the Connect, yeah, the Connect was always watching you. Yeah, yes, that was the Xbox
Oh.
360. Yeah, I remember people came out and they were like, that the Connect came out, what a spectacular failure.
I remember I had to connect and I was playing like a
It
dancing
was
game
not
on it.
great.
And it was, yeah, and I did that when I had like my hair all up, my no makeup on. I was in my pajamas and I just felt like a bum, but I wasn't even thinking about the camera watching you. And then it shows you the replay when you win, but it shows you. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I did not want to see myself looking like a bum right now.
Yeah, and then some Microsoft
Let alone
employee.
if it leaked out, everybody's seeing me looking like a mess.
Well, that would be like the least of your concern. Most people are, you know, you're
That's true.
sweet summer child. Most of the fellas in chat are like, ah, like, yeah. Shout out if you put tape over your webcam when you're not around. Like, I remember, like famously, Mark Zuckerberg had always had like early one of his early pictures. He had tape
Uh-huh.
over his laptop webcam, and like people are like, oh. Interesting. I wonder why he did.
It's like, "Ooh, huh,
Yeah,
he knows something." And this he's building a bunker.
yeah, in Hawaii, yeah.
Oh,
SFO for
that's another thing
you
that's crazy. All
yeah,
these elites building bunkers right now. It's like, are we about to get biblical here?
yeah, we may. Uh, do you remember SFO, I had long time, but do you remember when Connect couldn't detect black skin tones? Yeah,
Oh, I
yeah,
remember that.
yeah.
That was so funny.
That was such a epic fail of a product that I think they if I remember correctly, they pretty quick like, they tried to force it in the bundle, and then people
Yeah,
are like, "I
they
don't
did.
want this thing," and then they
Yep.
had to, like, scramble to make a version if I remember correctly, like, getting the version without the Kinect was hard to do. They wanted you to buy the Kinect version, and, like, I remember people being like, "I don't want this thing," and I'm sure I was just like, "Ah, whatever." Whenever I got an Xbox 360, it was the first time in my life that I had experienced the crazy console,
Oh,
uh
like console war stuff?
no, like, where
Oh.
you couldn't get them. Like,
Oh, that. Yeah, they were
yeah,
sold out.
I worked at Walmart at the time, and even I couldn't, like, put one aside. One of
Right.
the most infuriating things was some douchebag would call up, and he always knew when we got him. Like, 'cause I
Oh,
worked in electronics,
yeah.
and we hadn't even I hadn't even unpacked the freight yet, and they'd be like, "Hey, do you have any Xbox 360s?" And I'd be like, "No." And they're like, I'm pretty sure you do." I'm like, because I would start at 3:30, and
Mhm.
then, like, I would do freight at night, and then, like, I'm like, "Ma, I don't have any on the floor, thanks, bye." He reported me to my manager, and they wrote me up. Because
What?
because I knew what he was doing, because he was coming in every time we had him, he had somebody in the back that was telling him. He was coming in and
Oh,
buying them, putting them on eBay, because you were buying them for, like, 3 or 400 bucks and
right.
selling them for $1,000 on eBay. I was like, "Fuck this guy." Like, "No, we don't have any." And then, like, I remember I went there at, like, I knew we had them when we closed. I'm like, "Great." We weren't even 24-hour Walmart. I knew we had them when
Mhm.
we closed, so I'm like, "I'm just gonna sit in my fucking car. I know we have 6 of them, and I'm gonna buy all of them," because they told
Right.
I had to sell them all to this guy too. I'd be like, "Dude, screw you, man. I know you're reselling these," and I wouldn't sell them all. And he's
Yeah.
complaining about it, and the manager came out and sold them all 6, said, "Just sell them."
Oh
Like,
my goodness.
dude. And, then I went and I sat and I waited till I was first in line, and I had, like, 4 credit cards, and I'm like, "Let's go." Like, I'm buying them all. Screw you. And then they told me no, because I mean, they let me buy 1 because I worked there. But,
Oh
like,
my
they said,
goodness.
because I got there, like, 3:30 in the morning, I came back 3:30, it was snowing. I was
Right.
like, "Alright, I'm first in line," and then there was, like, 2 other cars in the parking lot. In my head, I'm like, "I know we have 6." So then eventually some dude breaks the code, gets out of their car and starts walking. I'm like, "We coulda all just stayed in our car, you assholes. Now we have to go stand in line." Anyway, I got mine.
Oh, well,
Um,
you got your 360, that's
I
good.
got my 360 and I got Oblivion, I think, with it. Um,
Oh, okay.
I think it came with Oblivion. I think it was I feel like it, or maybe I don't remember. It was
I
long
can't
that was a
remember.
long, weird aside. But anyway,
Yeah.
Microsoft sucks. And I don't think now to be a little bit of a white pill, I mean, Cortana basically blows. Um, Nobody uses it.
Mhm.
They had some other kind of advanced search thing that they tried to release that never worked. Um, so I don't know if this will ever actually come out, but I mean, they said it is. And that you need some sort of fancy processor. You need a Qualcomm Snapdragon X Elite chip to do it. So they want, a high-end chip just so that they can record. I mean, I can't imagine a scenario where I'd be like, let me
Yeah.
scrub everything I've ever looked at on my computer screen. That's crazy.
I can't think of any situation where I would need that. I think what really this is gonna who this
Gonna
really
be
gonna market to
efficient, though. Yeah.
besides the ex-girl or the girlfriends and wives is gonna be, uh, employment like,
Yes. Employers.
companies that are like,
Yeah.
"I wanna see everything that my employers or employees are doing on the computer."
Well, I used to hire developers, and we used to use software called Odesk,
Mhm.
which basically they had to log in and you could see their computer screen the whole time
Right.
because they got paid per hour.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I hire Indian developers, like, or whatever, from where, over in the Middle East for $6 an hour to develop some API stuff or whatever.
Right.
But that's what this will be. And this will be used for people who work from home. Like,
Mhm.
oh yeah, you get to work from home. Just take this company computer with you. Don't worry about anything. Yeah.
Oh.
Better not be checking that eBay auction during the clock. Like, you can't, I mean,
Wow.
yeah, this is for I think you're right. Actually, I didn't catch that angle at first. Obviously, the NSA sponsoring spying on olives, but
Yeah.
this is probably for enterprise solutions. Like, you want to let people work from home, but do you want to make sure they're actually working?
Mhm.
Get our new version of Windows. Like, everybody, even in the comments on Ars Technica, which isn't exactly like a political website, they're all like, "Nope." Yeah, like,
Yeah.
there's no shot. Looks like a primo hack target to me. Yeah, smart marketing move. I assume there'll be accompanying set of Copilot PCs, since I'd pay extra to not have this crap on my computer or in my general vicinity. Like, yeah, I assume this will be for corporations who
Mhm.
wanna monitor all their employees constantly,
Yeah.
which is great too. Nice and dystopian.